UTSA Bank Field in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. How these two teams remember this season will be largely impacted by what happens here in the Gator Bowl. It's the Auburn Tigers and the UTSA Roadrunners. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with Coach Golish before the game. He is really trying to motivate his team here today to use this opportunity to develop. This is a team that just barely made it into bowl contention, just barely eligible. But getting into a bowl game allows you to have extra practice time. That is extra development time for this young team that looks to make some splashes next year. Coach said, here's our opportunity to prove we can be even better coming up. But it all starts here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense will have the football first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a win.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got it run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
Pick up of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, do they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
Caught. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Motion from the wideout. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. The throw. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this one is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. So Auburn's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And we get our first look at Jeremiah Cobb. And we'll see two guys who can pick up yardage on the ground in this one. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quick give. It's Cobb. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up for 4 to the 19. Auburn lines up quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Second down to the air. Time to take a shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Sees a crease. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it. Between the tackles, to the outside. Get these big fellas running eastwards.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Looking downfield, it's McCown. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
With the draw, it's Henderson. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Lining up to convert third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down. We've reached a break, and it's UTSA on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Running inside. It's Cobb. Quick spin on the line. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Brown wants to pass, keeping his eyes downfield. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down.
Now, on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And nice job by this defense. I like it. Being alert, like understanding. We've already seen the QB run. Like, we're not surprised by this. Drop back, play the pass, have a plan when he takes.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. They've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands. And you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Out wide, it's Campbell. Touchdown, Roadrunners! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Straight ahead, it's Cobb. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. And the Tigers want to move quickly.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The Tigers right after the huge play through the air back to the line.
And that's the beauty of run and play action. Everybody sucks up, plays the run, and you get to slip that tight end down the field with a full head of steam, make a big play.
Second and long here. on the run. It's Cobb. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the draw, it's Henderson. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front 7 are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Right side, it's Henderson. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. And the Roadrunners will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Auburn lines up quickly. They give it back to him. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Brown wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Snapped it, and he has to have it. On the move. He's going to run it. And he makes it past the 1st down marker. Hits the slide, and they'll move the sticks. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Auburn! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches. Palmer, nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. UTSA taking over and the offense heads out to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And now on second down for this offense. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wilson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Wants to throw. It's McCown. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Roadrunners will punt this one away.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Cobb. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves...
Sent it downfield. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Brown will throw it. Extending the play. Sweet cut there. He has brought down the man. What a job to find some running room and move the chains.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Unloads to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that now, this guy's 2nd sack of the game. We were talking to him leading up into this one. He said, you know, nobody respects my speed and nobody respects my athleticism. I don't think anybody thinks we can stop this guy, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And he has shown up today, ready to wreck this game. He is having an outstanding day right now on defense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And it's the Roadrunners who will line up to kick off and start the second half. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with the Roadrunners head coach at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Brown wants to pass. Still looking. Down goes the quarterback, and they turn second and short into third and long. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Trying to get started. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Got the first down. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Snap on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Campbell. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. After that last completion, it's second down. Here's some daylight. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. And the Roadrunners have this offense rolling. Looking for a crease. Enough to move the chains. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UTSA!
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
And the point after is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The run inside. It's Cobb. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Auburn lines up quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Shoots it to the left. Got a man. It's Cobb. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Left side is Singleton. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Keeping his eyes downfield. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. He makes a grab.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Run in the red zone, it's Cobb. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Auburn.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Hits inside, it's Henderson. There he goes! He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Quarterback changing the play. Complete out left to Wilson. Turns it on in midfield. Snags it, and he's open. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
Maybe a double pass. Has it. And he will score. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you could string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Tigers sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? Oh, no, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Brown wants to pass. He's going to take a shot. Makes the grab deep. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards...
It's picked off. That's number 10. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Roadrunners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Out wide right, it's Henderson. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached a break, and it's UTSA on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. The snap sets up the throw. The screen, and watch out. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And it's the Roadrunners who will send out the punt unit. The kick is on its way. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Here on the Auburn sidelines, there are some really good things happening. During that last drive, their starting quarterback set a new school record for passing yards, and the sideline made sure to celebrate him. There is so much energy, enthusiasm. They're patting him on the back, patting him on the helmet, guys. He's had to leave his helmet on because he's getting so much love and congratulations. We'll see if he can go back out there and make even more history here today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. In the backfield, it's Nimrod. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Tigers in the hurry-up. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snaps on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you've got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Out wide left, it's Allen.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. Close enough for a field goal try, but they want more. Going for it on 4th and short from the 20. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Back to pass, it's McCown. Here comes the heat. Leaves it short. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to
just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Going for the big play. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. On the run, it's Cobb. He's stopped. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Here's the snap, looking to throw. On the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! He didn't see anyone open, said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And the extra point is good. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They use the timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. With 1:52 seconds left, the defense will use a timeout trying to get the football back. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. Draw play, it's Henderson. Stopped again. At least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. To the air, it's McCown. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And when you run that screen, it takes a lot more time to develop because those offensive linemen, remember, they're going to block, release, and go get somebody. Quarterback's got to get rid of that ball a lot faster when you're running those screen plays.
They boot it away on 4th down. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field.
Unloads it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward.